You know, we don't need more makeup. We just need to start using what we have. And I think a lot of us know that. We're just not doing it. This is my monthly collab video with Andy from Andy Does Stuff. We will both be talking about spring in our own way. So I'll have her video linked down below so that you can go check it out. I pulled this Colourpop Smoke and Roses out of my unused stash, and we're going to use this palette while we talk about how we can renew and refresh our habits around how we use our makeup. Now that we're up close and personal, I have already put on my lotions and potions and serums and such. I have done my base face. I have tight-lined my eyes. And at the end of the video, I will tell you what products that I used, and I will also have them all linked down below. I'm going to take this Rephr brush, and I am going to go here into Best Shot. So if you're anything like me, and I know that some of you are, we have all of this makeup, and we're not using it the way we should, which is why I started out 2026 having 90 unused eyeshadow palettes, which, I mean, I know I have a YouTube channel, and that is the biggest reason that I bought all that makeup. But I know a lot of us have lots of makeup, beautiful, beautiful makeup, and for a host of reasons, we are just not using it. We feel the need to save it. We're waiting for a special occasion, not realizing that we are the special occasion that we need to use our makeup for. Let me quickly tell you the story about my grandmother and her towels. I know some of you, if you've been with me for a while, have heard this story. I am going to go here into Pretender. Some would say that this should probably be a very soft look for spring, but y'all know I don't normally do soft looks. This will probably be a very smoky, smoke and roses, sultry spring look. Anyway, my grandmother and her towels. When I was growing up, I lived with my grandmother. She had custody of me. She had a buffet. Some of you young girls won't know what that is, in her dining room. And in that buffet, she had all of her good things. She had towels, bath towels. She did have some kitchen towels, pot holders, different types of linens like tablecloths and things like that, that she was saving for a special occasion. You know, when company comes, she can pull out the good towels. Even though when company came, she didn't pull out the good towels. So when my grandmother passed away, she was 82 when she passed away. All of those good things were still in the buffet unused. And we don't want to do that. That's not what we're here to do. Don't wait for a special occasion. Know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are the special occasion. You truly are. Be your own special occasion. Next, I'm going into this guy, which is actually the name of the shade, not just what I'm calling it. But I like that. Now when I talk about shades in the palette, I'm going to be like, going into this guy. I'm going to put that in my outer corner. And how many of us feel guilty about the things that we have purchased, whether it be makeup or towels or anything else that you've bought? And I think sometimes when we feel guilty, we punish ourselves by not actually using that item. But you shouldn't feel guilty about your purchases. The money has already been spent. Not using that product or those towels or any other item is not going to change the fact that you have already spent that money. Don't punish yourself by not using your products or your good things because you feel like you made a bad choice. I think I'm going to take that same shade and run it under my lower lash. So once you have bought whatever that item is, then you should use it because you're worth it. Nothing is worth you making yourself feel guilty about it. So are we all waiting for a life that hasn't happened yet in order to use our good stuff? Next, I am going to go here into Angel Eyes. I have noticed for me that I end up grabbing the makeup that's easy instead of grabbing for other products that I want to try. And I have been making a conscious effort not to do that. For example, I always grab for my favorite powdered foundation. It's easy. Powdered foundation is easy. It goes on easy. I love it. I am not as experienced with liquid foundation as I am with a powder foundation. So for this video, I grabbed for this NARS foundation, not knowing how it would apply, what it would look like. But I will not know those things if I don't try, and there's no reason to hold on to those things. I need to use them, figure out whether or not I like them, so that I can continue to use them or I can let them go. Next, I'm going to go here into Faithfully, and put that, no, I'm not. The first thing I'm going to do, I always forget to do this as well, is I'm going to use some glitter glue. This is Divina Cosmetics Specular Sparkle and Shimmer Glue Base. And then I'm going to take one of her brushes. This is a D106. This will help me get the intensity that I want. So to change my habit and my mindset around what makeup I reach for, I am moving the easy stuff so that I can reach for things that I want to try. Even with that glue, I am still getting quite a bit of fallout. Of course, I may have picked up too much on my brush, but it just brushes away. So I think now I'll go here into Heartbreaker and put that kind of in the center a little bit. So how do we break the habit of not using our things? When you put those next to each other, they almost look the same, huh? I think for me, the thing that has helped me the most has been the Shop My Stash. Do you all shop your stash at home? Do you do that? Let me know down in the comments if that's something that you do. What other habits do you have that you need to let go of about using your things? Are there expectations that you have of how things should look? Because I had no expectation of what this was going to look like. And looking at it now, I'm like, is this spring? This looks more like a Valentine's Day. Look, but does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. So letting go of those types of expectations can renew you. It can renew your spirit. Are you keeping makeup that doesn't give you life? Does it not give you life when you look at it? Does it not excite you and inspire you? If it doesn't, then maybe it's time to let those things go and to look for something that actually does bring you some joy, that renews you. You know, spring is a time of renewal. It's when the earth wakes up and everything grows and it's magical. And I truly do believe that makeup is magical. So if you're not finding any joy or magic in your makeup, then is that a habit that you're holding on to? Are you in the habit of holding on to things that don't bring you joy? And then maybe it's time to understand why that habit exists. So now I'm going to go here into One Love. I wish that were just a little bit lighter, but that's okay. I'm going to go into that shade and put it in my inner corner. So now how do we shift those habits that we have? One way to shift them is to start using what you have. Also taking your time, you know, not just grabbing for the easy things, but to sit down and take your time. For example, when I was getting ready to turn the camera on to record this video, I spent way more time than was actually necessary, probably, to do my skincare and put on my primer, put on my foundation, put on my concealer, my bronzer, my blush. I intentionally slowed down and took the time to put that on, to enjoy that process, to sit with it, to enjoy touching my face, applying the makeup, being with myself. Just like now I'm enjoying the time it's taking me to get all this glitter off my face. And also to take the time to choose intentionally, especially if you have things in your makeup stash or in your house that you are not using, that you're saving. Be intentional about grabbing for those things. Y'all know I'm going to grab for my everyday palette. It's my everyday palette. So that I can highlight my brow bone, because I just love it. I am just talking and putting on makeup and the camera is not on. I went into Tonight, which is this dark shade here, to darken up my outer corner just a little bit, because y'all know. So pull your things out and use them, no matter what it is. If you've been saving it, pull it out and use it. Let's get into the mindset that we want to do things that are going to bring us joy. If you do not listen to anything that I say, the only thing that I would just love for you to hear is to do things and live a life that bring you joy. That's the mindset shift that I would love for us all to be in, because I'm listening to my own advice here. And springtime is the time when a lot of people do spring cleaning. You know, it's time to put away the winter stuff, pull out the spring and summer stuff, and open up the windows and air out the house and dust everything and, you know, refresh and renew. And I have started that process as well. I started the whole declutter process with my makeup. Y'all have seen me declutter quite a bit of my makeup, and I'm not done yet. But I am also going through and decluttering my entire house, because I'm here to tell you that my house has been an absolute disaster. And when you're in that, it is so hard to find joy. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And it's hard to change the inner world sometimes until you make changes in your outer spaces. Okay. I am going to go off camera and do my lashes, brows, and lip. And this is my finished spring renewal look. One of the things that I do not enjoy doing are my eyelashes. It annoys me. I do not take time to do my eyelashes. I love how false eyelashes look. I'm not good at putting them on, and I don't like sometimes how they go all the way across. I have half lashes. They're easy to put on, but even those I have not been using. I just put on the half lashes that I cut in half. So all I have is just a little bit on the outer edges, but it makes a huge difference. And I took the time to do that because I don't want to get rid of and declutter everything that I enjoy. I need to change my mindset on how I use those things. Now, decluttering has its purpose, and I know that there are a ton of people who do not like to declutter their makeup, and I'm going to do a whole video on that. That is a whole topic in itself, and that video will be coming out soon. So for this spring reset, I hope that you will reset your mindset, reset your habits, reset how you look at things, reset how you feel about yourself, and know that you are the special occasion to use all of the good stuff. Quickly, before we go, I'll go over what makeup I have on. As I said, I use the NARS. This is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation in medium 1.2. I did enjoy that very much. I think it looks really nice. I used my e.l.f. Putty Primer. I used my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer. This has been discontinued, and it was my good stuff. And I was not using it because I can't get this anymore. But there is a huge amount of product gone because this is in my plan to pan, and I have been using it and enjoying it because I'm worth it. I used my Mora setting powder. This is Set and Correct Finishing Powder to set my eye primer, which is the Morphe Solo Artist in the shade Debut. It's a dupe for the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I really like that. I used my number 7 Hydrolumis Dark Circle Correcting Concealer, and it is in the shade 2. You heard me talk about the Specular Sparkle and Shimmer Glue Base. I used the Morphe blush. This is Blind Date is the shade. These things are so hard to open. Beautiful. I used the cream and also the powder. I did not use the blush lighter that's in there. I used my REM highlighter, and it is in the shade Mama Earth. It is a green and it's gorgeous. I love it. I used my Essence Make Me Brow. It is in the shade Brownie Brows. I tight lined with the Prime Prometics Gel Eyeliner. This is in the shade Mulberry, and I love this. It is so good. On my lips, while I was doing my makeup, I had the Merit Lip Oil. Wonderful product. I used the Lash Stiletto as my first layer of mascara on my eyes, on my eyelashes, and then I used the Prime Lash from Prime Prometics. This is the lengthening and volumizing mascara, and it is in the shade black, and I'm really enjoying this as well. I think I have a code. If I do, it will be down in the description box. For my lips, I used my By Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in Rich Mauve. I love this. It's so creamy. It is a beautiful color. And in the center of my lips, I have this Milani Peony shade, which is also very pretty. Don't forget to go down in the description box and find Andy's link so you can get her version of what spring renewal could be. I hope that you will get into a spring renewal and reset mindset and enjoy all of your special things. If you did enjoy my video, I would love it if you would show that like button some love. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe. Give me a hype. It does help out my channel. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are, and we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it, and I'll see you in my next video. And if you enjoyed your time with me, YouTube thinks that you will like this video right here. Okay. Love you. Bye.